Microphone test. Okay. Might need a second or two for people to realize that anything's happening. Watching this on the replay crew, we've got a slight plan for the night. Not too much going on, but playing it by ear. This isn't a music show tonight, although there will be some music. I don't have too much planned, really. Going to do a little reaction to reaction commentary. And we'll just see where it takes us from there. I only have a couple of screens open. Planning for a couple hours tonight, not too crazy. We'll wait till we get 10 in the room before we get down to business. This is Lonnie J by the Mini Vandals. Playlist features a lot of Alex Hamlin, a lot of horns. Hello, Amy. Any of you familiar with the channel KTZED? KTZED. Hosted by Katie. Sometimes Mr. Z is there. Hey, Beth of a Salesman. Just my opinion. Fantastic. We're getting a few in the house. I'm going to just try and use two screens tonight. This one and this one. Lives going on tonight. Gonna have a peek, see if any of the people I'm subscribed to are live, and maybe we'll peek in on their lives as well tonight. Subscriptions. Or choose from live. No red dots. We'll see if someone chooses to go live later. This is Alex Hamlin, Lonely Man. But I'm not lonely, I'm here with you. Excuse me, real life keeps trying to sneak into my live streams. I just don't have time for it. Just don't have time. Real life is calling, and I'm like, reject. Any of you guys feel like that with your real lives? Maybe put it on pause. Send real life to voicemail. Yeah, Lutheros, I can do that. I'm trying to experiment a little bit. There's something called sidechain ducking, and it's supposed to knock the music down when I talk. Clearly, if the request is there, it's not working as well as I'd hoped. I do my best, though. Don't worry. The music isn't going to be part of the main show. But when I run out of things, I'll be coming back to the music. Alright, should we do an intro? Oh, don't worry, Lutheros. It has a lot to do with how the music gets processed going through. So if everything has to get compressed into one single sound, it's going to sound like crap. If you have, satellite speaker system with 5 different speakers and a center channel, and it might separate it all out, and you'd be like, oh my god, this is the best true crime podcast I've ever heard. But there's like 1% of people where that would work for, so I try not to overdo it. Pretend judge. If you're taking a quick shower, I'll do a rundown before we do the intro. I've got the intro here. The rundown is to view KTZED show. They were checking out Haley and Chelsea. Haley and Chelsea are the drunk sisters. One of them is obstinate. Talks herself into the arrest. She wasn't going to get arrested. I don't even know how to describe, she's at a 10 for the whole car ride. You think that the car ride's still going. They're parked in the garage for about 15 minutes of it. She's still just going. Her sister's like, you got to settle down. You got to start paying your bills. You need to start taking responsibility. What about Bob? I pay Bob. You don't pay Bob. You owe Bob. We never find out who Bob is, but we know that one of them's more responsible when it comes to paying him. Alright, Aaron Lives Here is here. Lanky Tour. Bringing in some Gypsy Rose knowledge. Well, welcome. Punchable Babyface. We know whose face he's talking about. Let me just practice up with the horn here. Oh yeah, I think we're ready. I'm going to pause the music. Get my script ready here. We'll make sure that we're here. Is that working? Oh yeah, that picks up. It's Friday night. I hope you're fine because I'm Dan D. And let's get ready to ramble. Today is August 14th, 2026, and tonight I'm going to be kicking back, taking it a little easy and listening to some horny rhythms from the YouTube audio library and rambling with you. To get us started, we're going to go for a little meta reaction and react to a reaction commentary from KTZED. KTZED is a crime commentary channel hosted by KTZED. There's a Mr. Zed. This channel featured Cowboy Derek, Cowboy Criminology, in the early days, well before I even discovered Cowboy Derek. Anyway, last Wednesday, I knew they were reacting to Haley and Chelsea, the drunk sisters, who we had a great time watching. So I thought, I did want to watch it, didn't get to see it, and instead of watching it just on replay all on my own, why don't we watch it together? So here are KFAR and KTZED, and we'll just go to their channel, we'll let them introduce themselves, and it's in the description if you want to see this video complete from them. Well, we're probably going to watch the Haley and Chelsea part complete. But it's a 2-hour-long video, so if you want to watch the other people they react to, check out KTZED. That up. They titled the video, Shut Up, Chelsea, This Is All Your Fault.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. It is Wednesday night. That means it's Booze and Body Cams night. That's the show where Kfar and I go over some body cam videos. We laugh at dumb criminals. We, point out bad police officers. We also have our co-hosts with us. There they are. Bam! There's Ava. There's Xena. If you make any little donation at all, we will give them a mini milk bone. If you do a $10 donation, they will get the disgusting duck feet. You can't have it yet. They didn't give you anything yet. Duck feet. And if you make a donation of $20 or more, Kfar and I will get to the booze part of Booze and Body Cams and have a little drink with you. We'll do a little cheers.
Right. This is Booze and Body Cam night. We have our first one already. It says Happy Monday. I am almost out. This is going to be gone probably tonight if Legal Fiction has anything to say about it. I got to say real quick here, I'm not a big fan of drinking on stream. It's entertaining. I can't deny that. But yeah, I don't personally enjoy it. That's for sure. Maybe that's what makes it fun. But
the first one is always full. After that, not so much because I have to push the buttons.
And over on my channel,
Legal
all
Fiction.
of them are full. Oh no. I made a rookie mistake. I clicked on the wrong stream. Oh, There we go.
I'm having my iced coffee out of a Braves cup tonight. Go Braves. Oh, I'm
having my...
Kind of nice to see...
my freshly brewed coffee out of a Hooters mug.
Nice.
Nice to see the little issues that other streamers have getting themselves started in the beginning, like clicking on the wrong streams and stuff like that. It's kind of nice seeing how the other half lives.
Let's fix my camera.
Welcome, Laura.
Hopefully we got a boobs and body cam. Hopefully.
Oh, boobs.
No. It almost happened because
it did. The outfits that they're wearing, because of the infrared camera, turn into fairly sheer white outfits. So if you're a leering type, there is a little to leer on. They are grown adults, so you don't have to feel too bad about it. But they're young adults, so let's not get creepy.
In here, we're just wearing a tank top. I'm like, I can't be just on the internet in a tank top. That's crazy.
We've got creeps that watch this show.
There's lots of creeps that watch this show. I can't be having that. One more, did I see?
Yes. Duck feet and drinks.
Cheers again. Thank you.
Joke's on you. I already took my shot.
Thank you for the duck feet because I was showing the camera and Ava thinks I was teasing her. So I appreciate that. Could you back up, please? Back up.
I'm going to scroll ahead and see how long they take for intros before they get into the Chelsea reaction.
There we go. Now it's labeled vertical. Well, so I have some time to kill. If you guys were on my channel a little early or watched the short I put out today.
Oh, they tease to it. They don't get straight.
Moors are getting crazy. Real fucking crazy. Did you see my short?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, so he does sovereign citizen stuff.
Is what that
apparently,
he's talking about the Moors.
Apparently, the old mustache man from World War II.
Chelsea.
Apparently, he was a European Moor.
Okay, it looks like they get into Haley and Chelsea about a half hour into the body cam, so it's just as well. Gives them a chance to warm up to their actions.
5 and look to be at
how old?
This
good.
Bye, Silas.
You are live on TikTok?
I am?
Black screened. It's got a timer at the bottom. I commented. It didn't go through. You are live.
It said something about scanning a QR code on like my phone, but I don't know what.
You're saying I'm 36 is so young. Tell that to my right knee while I was going down the steps all day today.
Okay, so just for a catch up, they started the stream by drinking, and at this point she spilled something on her phone and has gone live to TikTok with a black screen. All right. I feel a lot better about my cowboy criminology stream, which we might watch later now.
There is anyone watching me on TikTok right now that knows what the heck, how the heck to do this. If you could just go to any one of my other videos and comment to me, like how to do it, I'd appreciate it.
To regular TikTok on your computer. and
Okay.
you go live, I've got 2 people live. You are one of them.
I'm one of them?
Oh,
That reminds me, there's a Blue Jays commercial that's pretty funny that's got, I think it's Michael Cera, but he's like in the clubhouse acting like, you know, an influencer, and he's got a selfie stick and he's interviewing the players, and he's like, oh, wow, new record for the stream. And the player, George Springer, says, oh, 11. Nice. Yeah. Old record was 2. And the thing that I loved about the commercial was at the same time, I would have been thrilled by an 11. That was just when I was getting started, when that commercial was in heavy rotation. And I'm like, yeah, no, 11 would be fantastic. I can count on 5 or 6 steady people. That's good.
now it's working.
It is? On me or you?
You.
Holy cannoli. I scanned a QR code, so that must have been it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay, we're
Now
gonna.
I'm going to have to go. What
Okay, so
Okay, they're
I'm
figuring it out.
to and
See, man,
then
you are-
dang it. Here, I'll show you.
maybe
Okay.
not, is it?
Went to
Oh, some
Go
real
live.
troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we'll
Go live now.
so it asked more.
Make the big buck. Yeah. It's either I'm Eagles and I serve my country for this.
I don't know. Whenever I show like the behind the scenes, people seem to enjoy it.
Same-
So
I also have 94 notifications. I don't check.
Same thing. I find people seem to enjoy my mistakes more than my successes. People like the successes. People are like, oh, that was good. That was funny. But yeah, sharing a fuck up and being human about it, that seems to be the most endearing thing you can do on YouTube these days.
Talk, guys. I don't check it.
when people get to see the behind the look what's happening over here. All sorts of shit. That's the
I
next
have
video.
the Asmon Gold set up. I got like drinks all over my desk.
Yeah, I'm not even
There's,
showing you what's going on this
There's the
desk.
studio. There's the chats. There's the dogs.
Is this a show for old people?
And look.
Yes, it is.
Oh, iced coffee almost went down. There's the
Careful.
dry.
How many B&B employees does it take to get on TikTok?
You know who's Craig?
Was Craig Hendry again? Oh,
out. Maybe I.
Okay, here they are.
I'm kidding. Dude, homegirl over here
Okay.
looks like she's asleep.
yeah. One is having like a tired, sleepy drunk, and she's just like,
So that's the big difference between the two. If you've seen the sativa versus indica comparisons, now it won't do a rewind. But yeah, there's definitely the more excitable of the two. She drives the action.
How TikToks. Thank you, Walrus, for being over there on Rumble. Y'all can Rumble rant on either of our Rumbles too. Feel free. And we will pass out the dog treats. This one says, when spoiled brats think they're too rich to get arrested. Literally me, right? Am I right? I'm kidding. I'm not rich. Let's go. Let's see these spoiled brats.
Stop! What the fuck did we tell you, stupid fucking asshole?
Dude, homegirl over here looks like she's asleep.
yeah. One is having like a tired, sleepy drunk, and she's just like, man, I'm glad I get a ride. And this other chick is the crazy drunk. Let's jump off a building and fight the cops.
Yes. She's like, shush.
trying to
Samantha,
nap.
hush up. I'm taking a nap.
Stephanie, be quiet.
You're arrested! Tell me why I'm arrested, bitch!
Watch as two sisters turn a night out at the
What
bar
time
into
is
a
it?
chaotic and humiliating arrest, all after one of them gets
Better show
arrested
me.
for trespassing.
2 a.m.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, you need to back away.
Why?
You need to back away because I'm telling you, that's why.
Yell at me, but why?
We've told you several
You didn't say
times
where
you're
this
going
was.
to be arrested if you. So back up 25 feet.
I don't know. Let's pay attention and find
It's
out.
looking very Key Westy. Just
It is
saying.
looking very
Oh, it's
cute.
Florida.
25 feet.
Going to get rid of the TV so that you can see the reactors.
That's not 25 feet.
We've talked to
That's not
KTZED
25
about
feet.
showing
Man,
this,
Over
so
across the street. I'll talk to you in a moment.
Yes, my man. Key West.
The comments at the bottom that are reversed are just the comments from their own stream, so you're not missing anything critical to the action.
Tell me, sir, why you are arrested for what?
From race. She told me 5 times. Yes.
Okay, so this one that's talking right now is the loud one from the back of the car, and she's talking herself into being arrested at the moment.
They never told her to leave. They never told her to leave.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Sir,
Okay.
no, I'm telling you, she never told her to leave.
It's not her purse.
Yes, it is my. This is her purse. No,
one?
but why?
By the way, they're telling you to leave right now. So it doesn't matter if they told her to leave before. They called the police to have you leave. So we need to make that shirt. What was it? Just go.
I could have left or whatever.
You should have just left. What are you doing?
It's funny. I brought this up yesterday in my video and tried to quote it back to us on like Saturday because I'm like, so many of these arrests could just be like, okay, and they just turn around, do an about face, and just walk away. They wouldn't be.
When I was talking to you when I was in Iowa about that person in Texas. Like all they had to do was leave. They decided to put a tent up and just start selling shit on one of my properties. You can't do that. You can't do that. There's insurance stuff involved. You just can't. And then the stupid security guard gave him my cell phone number.
That's weird.
You could have just left. Nope. They wanted to get arrested instead. $2 super chat. Key West, come on vacation, go home on probation. Ain't that the truth?
Also, this is the Eastern European cop.
Yes.
Funny thing about the Eastern European cop from Key West, I believe I actually showed a video on him yesterday.
It's like the Irish cop.
They watch enough body cams that they're starting to
Livonia.
recognize the
Sir,
cops
where
from
did you
different
come from?
precincts.
How did you cross the big ocean and end up in Livonia? Squishy Gardner. Whoa. Hello.
Hello.
Nobody thinks they need to control any of their impulses.
Yes, very low impulse control in the
Squishy
drug
Gardner.
community.
Yeah, I know you don't cover frauditors, but that's like their go-to move.
Yes. Well, old Squishy Gardner has a lot of good court. So I watch your channel all the time, bro. I'm kind of starstruck a little bit that you're here. You're probably in KFAR's chat, not my chat, though. So, but still, I'm very happy you're here. Big fan. Big fan.
Sir, stop. Stop. Stop.
Oh my God!
Stop. Stop. Stop moving. I told you I'd talk to you in a minute.
Yo,
Hold on. Take. I got it. Take it.
take the fucking hands off me!
Stop.
Take the fucking hands off me now! Relax. No! Take the fucking hands
Listen, if you're
off
not gonna stop,
me!
you're gonna go to the ground. You got
You
this?
wanna fucking talk to me
I'm
like
gonna
that?
talk to you.
No, you have
By the way, how hilarious would it be if one time we're watching one of these videos and the leasing sign in the background was actually just me? Like the space available sign, just my name, the phone number.
No, you have to stop.
Alright, which one was her bag?
Take my hands out of the fucking.
Which one's
Why?
yours and which one's-
Why? Because I have a purse on me? Why, sir?
Put your
Why?
flip-flops on.
Why? No, this is.
Oh, in the old headlock. How you doing?
She just got dragged out of her flop flips. Just dragged right out of them.
I need new flip-flops.
Yep.
That's it, Dor. Dor is just heading off for a listen. So hopefully, the good news is because I have this run through my own audio compressors, the highs aren't going to wake you up. There's the max volume, and if it goes any higher, you can hear that it's going. but it's not going to get any louder. It's just going to be, you can tell the tone. You'll know by the tone. But yeah, these two sisters are crazy. The one yells, yells, yells. The other one is like, just say sorry and I wish you well. Say sorry and I wish you well. Chelsea, say sorry and I wish you well. I said it and it saved me $3,000. I saved $3,000. Sorry and I wish you well. I'm sorry. And I wish you well. And I wish you well. She didn't mean it though.
Also, no, you don't need. You should not be wearing flip flops. You're a man.
I don't know if you're aware of this. To this day, I haven't had flip flops. I think Benson, like, what do I call it? Fuck, where they step on the back of your shoe and you like rip out of the flip flop.
You
did
blew
that.
out a flip flop.
I still have 2 months later a flip flop tan line on my foot. That's how committed to flip flops I was.
God, I'm the opposite. I don't think I've worn flip flops since I was 18 or 19. And even then, I wasn't wearing them often at that age. But yeah, I think, personally, I think flip flops are for children or prisoners, for the beach or for the prison showers. And yeah, there's not a lot of other places.
As a grown adult human male, the only reason you should ever have flip-flops on is A, you're at the beach, B, you're at the pool, or C, you're showering in a gym somewhere.
Or a prison. Okay. KTZED, we're on the same. I didn't even think about a pool. I just go for the athlete's foot in the pool. I go bare.
That is not your home shower.
Option 4, you're lazy and don't want to wear socks.
Put your feet away.
No, just go barefoot then. You don't want to wear socks. Like, what's the point of having stupid little thing going everywhere you walk? Like, just go barefoot. Touch grass, man.
See your feet. Ever is disgusting. Put them away.
The haters keeps the haters coming back. They're fucking degenerates.
Thank you, Smith W. Amen, brother.
Cowboy boots too.
You could wear those to the beach. It'd be fine. You could wear your cowboy boots to the beach. I've seen it done before.
Flip flops and running shoes.
I would wear cowboy boots to the beach before I wore flip flops there, and I even think the flip flops belong on the beach. That'd probably be more likely to wear cowboy boots.
Go places, so I don't wear boots. I try to avoid public as much as possible.
Everywhere. You could wear boots everywhere.
I wear boots to Tractor Supply so they don't judge me. That's about it.
I wear sneakers. Sneakers are sort of soft loafers, not like work loafers like, like grown-ups would wear, but ones that are kind of like slippers that still look enough like black shoes that they count as work shoes.
Into my new Tractor Supply. We got a new Tractor Supply. I haven't been yet.
Yeah, and where I go to shop for groceries, I could wear a Speedo and still not be the craziest looking person. So like flip-flops don't bother me there.
They must be from Florida themselves.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. This is so wrong, Justin. This is so fucking wrong.
The sister's just sleeping peacefully, like, oh, why did you have to put her in here? I was just getting back.
This is so fucking wrong.
All you had to do was listen. Hold on. No.
You're an asshole. You're a fucking prick. You stupid fucking prick.
Okay, this is Chelsea. I learned that because when I was looking for the thumbnail picture at like 2 a.m., I learned that this is Chelsea. Chelsea just wants to be left alone. Chelsea wants to have some Waffle House. She wants to go to sleep. That's it.
Me. If she was looking at you like this, that'd be me.
Yeah.
Chelsea, what the is wrong?
Chelsea's chilling.
Chelsea, this is fucking stupid as shit. Why?
Man, they are drunk. Yeah, that's what this girl's. Oh, this is the screws.
This gets thrown out or it can go?
Can they have lotion? Ivan, I can't remember.
Yes, they can have the lotions or the skins.
What about perfume? No, right?
They can have lotion, but no perfume.
It's weird.
It puts the lotion on
understand.
its skin or it gets the hose again.
I understand because perfume has alcohol in it. Not that they drink it, but they could. But you could use it as like you'd spray it in somebody's eyes or something.
But like, they're saying they can't have it when they go to jail?
That's what they're saying.
At the end of the day, it's going to go in a locker with a lock and say, get fucked.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can understand. I told this story before. Cigarettes, we can keep them for you. But
Yeah.
most times when you go away for
You can't have them in
months
there.
and months
A
and
long
months and then
time.
come back to get your shit, do you really want some stale ass cigarettes?
You know what? I bet if they haven't smoked in that long and they're addicted
Sarah
to
would take 'em.
cigarettes, they'd smoke a stale ass
True.
cigarette.
I do the same thing, or I did the same thing with weed, where I'm like,
Yeah.
listen,
I'd
weed's legal.
Smoke
Mm-hmm.
stale
You got
weed.
weed, but you're going
Yeah.
away for 6 months to a year. Do you want me to just toss it?
No, because it's literally that's the same like shitty Mexican weed that I would get when I
True.
went back in
Like
my
weed.
day.
$50.
Okay, so as long as we're talking about tossing weed and whatever, here's a little, I don't know, this is something, so in Canada, weed is legal, but at the airports, there's a lot of places you might be flying to where it's not legal. So they have these marijuana disposal garbages where it's meant for you to put your drugs that might be illegal in another country. And I've thought, like, I can afford my own marijuana now, but in my younger days, it would have been well worth it for me just to go to the airport, sit beside that little booth of donation weed and get a day or two's supply, bring it back home. And, people aren't going to be spiking their airport weed, I don't think, anyway.
For a whole garbage bag, stems and all.
Yes, exactly. It was like dry as shit. There was no moisture to the weed when I was a kid.
It's because they're American. That's why they got no moisture to their weed. As a Canadian that was in BC, we were growing a lot of the weed that was being exported in the, I would say, the late 90s. So the drier it is, the easier it is to transport. So a lot of, if you didn't grow up in an area where weed was being grown, you very well were getting dry weed. If you grew up somewhere where it was getting grown, very often you'd get moist weed because they didn't want to dry it out completely, because if you're selling it by the gram, might as well have 0.3 grams of water in each gram, and you get more for your dollar as a distributor. But
When weed was invented.
Chelsea, what the f is wrong? Chelsea,
Chelsea's about to vomit.
it's not my Chelsea, this is us. What the f is wrong? Leave us
Whoa.
alone, you stupid pricks.
that's the police playing on their radio. The police are literally playing the police. There's a da 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 and a da da da.
What the f did we do, you stupid fucking assholes?
She's just having a great time. She's just,
What the f did we do?
Now, I know it's tough to pick up the police over that, but I'm going to rewind it about 30 seconds and see if you can hear the police in the background.
What is wrong? Leave us alone, you stupid pricks. What the f did we do, you stupid fucking assholes?
she's just having a great time. She's just,
What the f did we do?
I think it's King of Pain.
You can tell that they grew up together because this is not phasing Chelsea. Like if I was with a friend and all of a sudden she started like this, I'd be like, what's going on?
yeah, this is called a
Chelsea's-
Tuesday.
That's the KTZED music. That's not in the police car.
Chelsea's been dealing with this behavior her whole life.
Also, I want to point out, if this goes to court,
Yep.
and they play this in the courtroom, they're
Yeah.
going to be like, seems like one of you guys were on 12 and the other one's probably going to get like probation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And yeah, weed isn't supposed to have much moisture, but some moisture helps. If it's bone dry, it's just gonna, light up like your, I don't know, like tobacco. The same thing. If you're smoking really dry tobacco, it's not pleasant. You'll still get what you need if you're addicted, but it's not a great cigarette. Marijuana is pretty much the same. You can cure it properly, have it mostly dry, but you want some moisture. You want there to be some structural integrity besides just pushing on it and having it crumble to a dust.
Call Mom, please.
Call Mom.
You suck of her fucking upside down, and that's what got us fucking arrested.
What?
Let me out of here! I don't fucking belong in here! Stop! Stop! Why the fuck am I arrested? Tell me why I'm arrested, bitch! No! I'm fucking telling him why I'm fucking arrested! Stop! Why?
Did she just say she dropped a log in
Sir,
the back
please
seat?
tell us why we're
I don't know what she said. I can't understand.
Didn't say she dropped a log. She's definitely saying stuff though. Look at that freeze frame.
What's happening.
Oh, I think she said she dropped a log in the back seat. That's so unattractive.
No! I'm fucking telling him why I'm fucking arrested! Stop! Why? Why? Sir, please tell us why we're fucking arrested! Stop! You stupid ass motherfucking pricks! Yeah, you stupid fucking idiot! I know you fucking hear me!
That's helping.
You're stupid!
Did you hear? Did you hear Chelsea? She said none of this is helping.
Yeah, like, just chill. Just chill.
Chelsea's so drunk.
And she just sits back there, doesn't say a word, and then finally chimes in. See, no, this is helping. Great comedic timing, Chelsea. Well done.
See, she said none of this is helping.
Yeah, like, just chill. Just chill.
Hey, Ocean Sounds.
Chelsea's so drunk that she has no control over her body or her face or keeping her eyes open, but she knows that none of this is helping.
It's like you're fucking it up for everyone.
Yep.
That's helping.
You're stupid as fuck! You wanna fucking mess with us? Please! Please, fucking idiot! No! No, they wanna fucking stoop with us!
I'm just being messy, right? Because you haven't.
Chelsea, shut the fuck up right now. This is your fucking fault. You
How is
got
it our fault?
fucking arrested. I've never been fucking arrested in my fucking goddamn life.
Haley, you've been arrested multiple times.
Rats are out right away. Hey, arrested multiple times.
Chelsea's just calling Haley out. Haley,
So
you've been
drunk.
arrested multiple times.
She's
Shut
so
up.
drunk. She can't open her eyes, can barely keep her head up, but she's still like, fuck you. You've been arrested multiple times. You fucking liar.
See this?
She's so drunk, not only can she not open her eyes, she can't open her mouth. Like, even when she's getting off zingers, she's like, you're arrested multiple times. Her teeth are resting on each other.
Go ahead and get under it, guys.
Yeah, like, you're getting owned by a person who's barely like alive.
Yes.
And every single night. It's
Trying to get out.
No, it is the police. They're listening. That's 100% police now. I'm sure of it. And it's not KTZED's who's playing it. It's in the car.
She's trying to
Yeah,
escape.
Chelsea-
Look, watch her hands.
Oh, she's
over here.
wild.
It's locked. It's locked.
Trying to escape. I know, innocent KTZED knows that you can't get out of the back of a police car.
Oh, KTZED. Then this is going to be worth watching. So KTZED doesn't know all of Haley's tricks. Haley's got some moves.
Like somebody has to open it from the outside.
Every criminal thinks that they're the first criminal to have this idea. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to throw the gun in this direction and say it's not mine. It's like, well, you're the 12th person to do that today. Like,
Hey, care
Not
for.
that I've ever been arrested or that you could possibly find a mugshot of me, but I know that you can't get out of the back of a boat. Actually,
Chelsea's staring at the camera right now, too. Like, I don't know what Haley's doing. Haley, they just caught her on a frame, but Chelsea's doing that hard stare like, oh, that's where our camera is. Okay.
I dated a guy whose dad was a cop, and he drove us to homecoming in a squad car. That's how.
Dude, I've been in the back of one twice. One because I didn't want to walk back from court. So the officer that was there, he's just like, well, I mean, to be fair, it was like 100 yards away, and I'm just like, drive me.
Nice.
Good times.
Freaking poor Chelsea.
Because this is my.
Because I got one night.
Get the fucking. Get the fucking police office right now!
If you want to piss off
Right
one
fucking now! Please! Call the fucking police on us!
night,
Please, sir!
piss off us, then I got the case going up.
Yeah, this stupid fucking slut bitch! Guess what we did? Fucking nothing! Nothing! We were going home! We were going fucking home! Yeah, Chelsea, I've never been in fucking a backseat of a fucking police car. Yeah, no, I know. I fucking haven't, bitch. What do you mean? Have I? Have I? Let me fucking out of this car, sir! Why am I in here? Please give me a.
Is she pregnant yet?
Reason. Why?
I think they both are.
Please tell me why I'm in the back of a fucking car.
Because you're being
right
arrested.
now. You have not told me any plausible fucking reason why I'm in the back of a fucking car. And you want to fucking smile and laugh like it's fucking nothing. I'm dead fucking ass.
I mean,
tell me.
If it wasn't hilarious.
That's a great question from Pretend Judge, who says, I've watched this one before. I'm definitely the girl on the left. Who would you all be in this situation? Left or right? Or active or inactive? I would definitely be I'd be the quiet one. Even when my wits aren't fully about me, I would realize, okay, there's a camera. The best thing I could do is be completely uninteresting, because the more interesting you are, the more likely people are to watch your body cam and put it on blast. So if Chelsea was in this car by herself, this would not be a body cam that people were watching globally. But the combination of the two, yeah, Haley, you're not helping things.
Would never have made it to Booze and Body Cams, ma'am.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. You've made it big time. Big time. You are on Booze and Body Cams, and we're happy to have you.
I agree. I think this could be the boozy body cam of 2026. Like, there's still time for somebody to usurp this, but for video of body cam conduct that occurred this year and was released this year, I think this is the number one of this season.
Road Runner, meep meep. Not for nothing, but my wife got herself out of the back of a cop car back in the 80s. Did she like jump over the seat? Like, this is before they had the bars? I need to know the story now, Road Runner. I need the whole story.
John.
Why? I'm in the back.
Kfar, if you were single, which one of these two would you go home with? Has to be these two. To be fair,
Chelsea.
The girl that my ex-wife is the girl on the right. Yeah, we were very different drunks.
If I were a lesbian and single, I would take Chelsea over Samantha like 9 times out of 10.
Haley, not Samantha.
Actually, 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10.
I don't think there's a Samantha here.
I am not single, nor am I a lesbian, so sorry.
Doesn't tickle your fancies.
Right now.
No.
Because what?
No, but Chelsea,
Because
still, I
say
like it.
Fucking again? Oh, you're gonna scream at me in silence, yeah? That's what
Oh, you're going to scream at me in silence. Yeah? That's what you're going to do?
you can do like a normal fucking
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
police officer yell at me in silence while I'm sitting in the fucking back seat. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you
Are you kidding me?
serious?
I served my country for this.
For this nonsense? We need to clip that and have it as a sounder.
I know. I think about it every time we do it.
I thought about it when I was driving home today, and I'm like, well, I don't know where to find like an uncut. Like,
Oh, I could find it.
Yeah, we need that.
But I just enjoy doing it so much.
I wish I would have fast forwarded to this part because the episode would have been named, "Are you going to scream at me in silence?" Because that's a pretty good line.
Yeah, Chelsea is just enjoying the taxpayer-funded ride.
Yeah.
She's just there. It's putting her to sleep like a baby.
We'll see if they realize this, but an interesting part of this video is the fact that at some point they pull into the parking garage and they're just walking around the car. And Chelsea and Haley are still kind of treating it like they're on the way somewhere. I think what they're doing is waiting for the chair of shame so they can bolt Haley to it. But that comes later. We'll see how quickly they pick up the fact that the car is no longer moving.
She might be asleep right now.
Calling a fucking Uber. You're gonna fucking call the police on me. Truly. Fucking tell me. Like, truly. All you're fucking doing is driving to fucking nowhere.
Jail. Not nowhere.
You can get on the side of the road and call my parents? No, you're gonna fucking call the police. So tell.
They could even be, and parents who are in the crowd, how many of you have done this? If you had a kid that was just about to fall asleep in the back seat, so instead of going home, you just keep driving because the car is going to put the kid to sleep, and then you can gently carry them in and put them to bed and not have anything else to deal with. I think they might be near the police station and they're just driving in circles, hoping that she wears herself out so they don't have a big scene when they come to drop her off. But
What the fuck is going on, please? Well, honestly, honestly, fuck you, because we've been sitting at that
because you've been going out for
with
every
your
single night.
friends.
Because you've been going out every single night.
Of course they do.
Ooh.
You've gone out every single night.
Every fucking night.
Throw her under the
Gone out
bus.
every single night.
Chelsea is just, she's fed up she's had it up to here with Samantha. This is almost better than Doofus Crest, but this is good drama.
It's right there. Right there.
Chelsea, get your shit together. You've been going out every night.
Every
And
night.
they play by either pawn pour and they play their beer. And they play
I'm going to have to go back and
Is she
read
speaking
whatever
English?
And they play by the eye of their pawn pour.
And they play by either pawn pour and they play their beer.
They play their beer.
Either 100
So
and
please
200
take us
beers
to
with you.
fucking
Which would have been rent, bitch!
Shut up.
It's different. For me, that's rent. You don't see me playing games like that because that's rent for me.
Oh.
see, Chelsea, she's got responsibilities. That's rent, Haley. That's rent. You gotta be grown up like me. You can't just live your life like you.
You just flying through the fucking streets because I know how bad.
All right, I figured out Chelsea's the older sister and actually is a little bit more mature and has responsibilities in her life.
I think Chelsea's the younger sister, but also more mature. But fairly good read there, KTZED.
Samantha over here still lives at home with mommy and daddy,
Yeah.
has no responsibilities, does nothing, doesn't have a job, doesn't go to school. Chelsea's trying to get her shit together, and Samantha is holding her back,
Yeah. She's going out every night. Every night she's
playing
going
her
out.
beard.
And again, it's not Samantha. I'm sure it's Chelsea and Haley.
They're
Playing the
playing
beard.
Her pawn pour, playing her beard.
Flying around. I track the fucking GPS, bitch. Always. I have a
Please
fucking
leave me
GPS.
out. I still
Always.
have
Please.
rent. I
fling me.
still have rent. I always have
Please.
rent.
Please. Fucking let us
Go
get out
and
of this car
fly
while
me
you're
out.
there. You do
Go
it.
and
You're drinking.
fly me
You
out. I still have me.
fucking let us
have
ask
me
for you.
rent.
Fucking
I
asshole.
still have May rent, and I still have June rent, and I still have July rent.
Yeah, guess what?
Other
This
than
bitch
that
is
fucking
fucking.
bitch.
Look at this stupid fucking prick is laughing. We
Okay, so at this point they are in the garage. It looks like they've skipped a little bit of time, but you can see the car's no longer moving. There's no longer motion outside the windows, and they're talking to a cop that is just standing outside the car. But this is not the end.
Nothing.
I'm not chill, bro.
What?
What have I fucking done?
No,
Oh. So this is a double. Okay. And one of their comments, there's a 46-minute version of this I could send you guys. There's a couple of things. So KTZED is that, how are her handcuffs in front? They're missing a really fun part of this video is when Haley brings her arm around and dislocates her shoulder to bring her arms in front of her. You can tell it hurts. There's a moment where it just kind of like, she kind of makes a body movement where it's like, oh, that's uncomfortable. And the next time that she gets her legs out, she goes the other way. She like puts them underneath her legs and gets her legs through, because I'm sure the next morning her shoulder's going to be fucked.
Let's get to the front. There's a 46-minute version of this one.
Oh, Lord.
It is pretty entertaining. How did she get her handcuffs in the front? And by the way, Chelsea still has May rent, June rent, and July rent, and nobody's even talking about that.
Nope.
This is also missing the whole part about Bob. There's a whole side story about how Chelsea's paying Bob, and Bob's owed money, but Haley doesn't care.
You take me out, holy shit.
No, it's not. No, he did. He did for no reason. And he get out of the car. Tells me I'm mowing Kayla.
She's not drunk. I'm drunk.
That's her.
I'm not fucking driving home.
Nobody wants you to drive.
I'm not getting out of the fucking car either. Trust me, sir, I'm not fucking getting out of the car.
They slammed the door in her face.
Please. Like, I just want to go home. My hands hurt me. This just hurts me. I'm in pain and I'm hurting. I just want to go home to my mom.
Yeah, I agree, Dor.
Please just let me go home.
I think they missed out. Although the good thing is maybe they will react to the full video in the future. But yeah, the 46-minute one, there's some real highlights that get skipped over in this shorter one.
Mom, please.
I did think about what I want to see next, though. So just so you know, that after this video, we're going to do... How many of you are familiar with Tom Green? Tom Green is a Canadian comedian. Did a little, he had his moment in the States, but was loved in Canada before that. Well, I wouldn't say loved, but tolerated, adored by some. But there's a couple of old sketches from the Tom Green Show that are available on YouTube, and we might watch a couple of those before we go into anything else.
Please. Hey, do you know why he's fucking arresting me? Stupid idiot, why you fucking look back? Yeah, I see you. Why is he arresting us? For what? Are you gonna let me out or no? Okay.
She slipped her cuffs to the front of her.
I fucking did nothing.
I fucking did nothing.
For no reason.
Listen to us?
Yes, of course.
So you want to put her cuffs behind her back?
No, I'll put him right in front of me.
No.
$2 super chat from The Rumors Are True.
Thank you.
What rumors? Thank you so much. I'll pass out some notebooks. Oh, I'm gonna make a goal. I'll just do 5 though, since I forgot about it for half the show.
Stop moving for a second. Hold on. Step out.
Chelsea Thigpen and her sister Hallie Thigpen, both who reside in
There
Florida.
we go. Chelsea and Haley, that's right.
Face charges for criminal trespassing and resisting arrest. The sisters were originally charged with 3 counts of resisting an officer without violence. Court records later show that prosecutors dropped 2 of those resisting charges. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and be sure to subscribe for more body cam footage.
I am for sure leaving a like. That was an awesome video.
So that was KTZED's reaction to the Drunk Sisters. If you want to check out the channel, it's KTZED. You can see it there underneath Shut Up Chelsea. Fun channel. They do crime commentary. They do Wednesday and Friday night shows. The Friday night show is usually after my morning show, but before the evening show. So a little window of opportunity if you're interested in watching it. The Thigpens have, there might be updates with that case. I imagine they're going to take the plea. I can't imagine this going to court where they'll play the videos in trial or anything, but I'll keep an eye on it. If there's further developments, we'll watch. The next video I'm showing you, this is Tom Green. He did a video called basically doing the science of you're funnier when you're drunk. And the reason I bring this up is because they were drinking on that show, and I've drank on a couple of streams, and not a huge fan of drinking on the stream. I can see how it leads to humor, but it also makes me feel a little out of control, a little out of sorts, where I'm not fully comfortable with how I'm presenting myself. So, yeah, I can see its value, but it's not something I'm totally stoked about doing. Regardless, let's have a look at this public service announcement / comedy from Tom Green.
Okay.
And for the record, this show was aired on Canadian television probably about 25 years ago now. This would be a 20-something Tom Green. He could be as young as 21, 22 at this point. He got his start on community television, and then they gave him this MTV kind of talk show at 1 a.m. It was a late night. We're not using the time for anything anyway, so have fun.
I don't know whether it's legal or illegal to show alcohol being drunk on television. So maybe I won't actually take sips out of this. But the fact of the matter is this is hard stuff. This is rum and Coke, okay? See, people always say that I'm funnier when I'm drunk. That's what they've always told me. Everyone gets that. Hey, man, he's hilarious when he's drunk. So today on the show, what we're going to do is we're going to drink some rum, and we're going to see if it is true. Is the myth true? You're funnier when you're drunk. The thing is, you got to be careful and responsible when you drink. And maybe at the end of the segment, you'll realize that A, that is true. You have to be responsible when you drink. Or B, that is untrue. You don't have to be responsible when you drink. This chair is waterproof. I'm not going to do a funny look, it's waterproof, pour the rum on the chair, because I mean it still will have to be cleaned, but the fact of the matter is it does not absorb liquid. That's the facts. I'm just giving you the facts, okay? I know in my brain the segment is called Let's Get Drunk, so in my brain I'm saying you gotta act drunk. I'm saying that at the same time that I really am drunk, okay? I don't know if you follow me here. I really am drunk, but I'm also acting drunk because I want...
There is a show called Drunk History, and this very well could be a precursor to that. Tom Green was really an innovator in a lot of ways, as much as his comedy was based off of being a little abrasive, annoying, repetitive, some of the things that people don't like in comedy. He was ahead of his time in a lot of ways. Even the style of his show, I think, laid the groundwork for the Joe Rogans of the world. And even, what I'm doing now, just sitting back, talking with a microphone, being funny when I am funny, not when I'm not, absurd when I can be. There's a lot of people who took from what he was doing sort of naturally as a young comedian.
Segment to be good. The fact of the matter is I'm not really acting drunk. I don't have to do anything to act drunk. I'm no thespian. I'm no actor. I say thespian a lot. I like that whenever we talk about acting, I say thespian. It's a funny word. So, that's the question. That's the question I'm asking you. It's a question I'm asking me, and we'll answer this someday. Because I am drunk. I've had like 7 fucking jam jars filled with rum and Coke, Obviously I'm drunk. Am I truly drunk? Or am I acting drunk? Because when you watch TV, you see acting drunk. I better not drink anymore. I'm at the point right now where I can't control myself. Okay? We should...
Trigger warning. If you are easily triggered by... Here it is. You might want to step away for about 20 seconds or so. This... I don't want to drink. I don't like to drink.
Making a television show right now. We're making a television show right now. Hi!
Let's hit the streets, Tom.
I do a TV show on Hammered on Rum. I want to drink. Yeah. I just want to hug you, okay? I just want to hug you, okay? What for? Take off, eh? Take off, eh? Time to love.
Very Canadian. Take off, eh? And he's got the umbrella in a cross-check move, like he's holding a hockey stick. That is pretty classic Canadian.
Yeah. I just want to hug you, okay? I just want to hug you, okay? What for? Take off, eh? Take off, eh? Time to love. No, it's time to love. It's time to love. I'm drunk. It's time to love. I'm drunk. It's time to love. Okay?
So this is bordering on assault. If you do see anyone whose face is on camera, it means that they did get them to sign the release. There are people on this show that are blurred as well.
I'm in love with you. I'm drunk. I'm in love with you. I've been drinking rum since noon. It's 1:20. Oh, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. I want to drink. I just want to hug you. I'm in love with you. I'm in love. I'm in love with you. I vomited. I vomited. I vomited. I vomited. Come on, listen, I'm in a hurry. I vomited. That's my bum.
Listen, I'm in a hurry.
I'm sorry. I've been drinking since noon. I apologize to you. Are you guys lovers? So you're not gonna let me drink anymore, okay? Even if I say, holy shit, I gotta get more drunk. Realistically, it's stupid. We've been stupid here. In the attempts to make a segment, we've acted stupidly. We've done things that are risking my life. This is wrong.
All right, that was some early Tom Green show. Switch over. I think we'll take a quick musical break here. Let that wash off our palates. Go back to the sounds of Alex Hamlin. Penny versus Spenny were another great duo. They still tour. Don't worry, Amy, I won't be doing much more. Just the drinking made me think of that sketch and seeing that it was on YouTube, but where are we gonna go next? We can do something a little cerebral. We'll go the other direction. I think I have a Patricia Cashman video to share with you. The agenda, I've run out of items. At this point, I'm just milking it. I'm like James Owens. Just trying to extend my words until I can think of another word to say, Judge. But next is going to be a Patricia Cashman video. I think I've got something interesting and underviewed. Yes, here it is. Oops. Okay.
Trial team, I know some of you from classes. My name is Dr. Patricia Cashman. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I've been a criminal defense attorney since 1984. In 1993, I first...
Hold on, is that video still working for you? It doesn't appear to be. Let me just refresh it. So this is Patricia Cashman, and she's talking to prospective students for the University of Central Florida Legal Studies program. And I guess she proctors or teaches a death penalty class. So this is 2017. This is 3 years before the murder, and a full 7 years, maybe 6.5 years before she even meets Sarah Boone. The interesting thing about this is, as she's talking to prospective students about a zealous defense, you see that Sarah really missed out on a quality lawyer with Patricia Cashman. So let's have a listen.
Professor Cashman is offering a course on capital punishment next fall, and I'll let her take it away. If you have not signed in, by the way, before she starts, if you've not signed in, please make sure you do so before you leave, and we have some flyers for you for each of the courses as well. All right, Professor Cashman.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
It's good to see all of you. I know some of you from trial team, some of you from classes. My name is Dr. Patricia Cashman. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I've been a criminal defense attorney since 1984. In 1993, I first became an adjunct professor here. I've taught evidence, I've taught criminal law, I taught law in the legal systems, and I am very excited to be teaching a course on the death penalty in the fall. For 13 years as an assistant public defender, I did nothing but defend individuals who were charged with first-degree murder and facing the death penalty. I have 3 clients currently on death row that will likely be eligible for resentencings because of the U.S. Supreme Court decision in Hearst last year. I have had 2 clients that were executed by the state of Florida. I want to emphasize that it is a comprehensive class. While I am against the death penalty, we're going to have guest speakers. We will have prosecutors, we will have judges, we will have homicide detectives, we will have victim advocates. We will inform you about both sides of the issue. And it's not just one issue. It is about race, it is about...
Punchable Babyface brings up that there's video of Kraynick when he's running for public office. I do have that video in a playlist that we've shared before. We can definitely watch a few minutes of that before we move on to something else.
Juvenile offenders, mental health issues in capital cases, victims, their next of kin, wrongful convictions. We will start talking about the history of the death penalty. There will be one book, which will be Just Mercy, written by Brian Stevenson, who is a death penalty lawyer. We will be watching videos. We will be reading various articles. We will talk about cases. If you are a criminal justice major or a legal studies major and are interested in the death penalty from the perspective of the criminal justice system, this class is for you. If you are a political science major, a philosophy major, a sociology major, something in liberal arts, this class is for you because we will discuss and learn about both sides of the issues that we're covering. You will not be given exams. There will be 3 papers. 2 will be small, 1 will be longer. We will have you give presentations. You can work on your skill sets in terms of critical thinking, in terms of analysis, and in terms of making presentations, which no matter where you find yourself in your future, public speaking is always something that is a skill that you will need whether you become a teacher, whether you become a lawyer, whether you have a job where you're making a presentation, and this will help you in how to present yourself well and how to present your topic well. As an example, one of the weeks on wrongful convictions, we're going to talk about the case of Alfred Brown, which came out of Texas. Alfred Brown went to death row in 2005. His alibi was he was on the phone. Surprisingly, he was on a landline, something that you could check records of. His attorneys presented no evidence of his alibi. His girlfriend, who he was on the phone with, was pressured by the prosecution to change her testimony. She was threatened if she didn't. And some years later, in 2013, when files were retrieved from the homicide detective's garage, lo and behold, there were the phone records. The file had never been turned over to the defense. The court, in November of 2014, sent the case back for a new trial. Mr. Brown continued to be held in prison until June of 2015, when all charges were dropped. We're going to talk about hiding evidence. We're going to talk about the process and how it works and why it takes so long and why once this was discovered, was he not automatically released. We're going to talk about the case of Paul Hildwin. In June of 2014, his conviction that was obtained in 1985 was overturned. He is a case that was a DNA exoneration. The FBI forensics expert that testified in 1985 was wrong. He was exonerated. He was released in June of 2014. I am happy to take any questions. If you want to follow up and email me or call me, you are more than welcome to reach out and I can give you more detail.
Unfortunately, Beth Serrano, she has no idea about the horrific client she's about to have because this is 2017. So now almost 10 years old, just coming up on 9 years that it's been online. This is her pitching, hey, sign up for the death penalty class at University of Central Florida. I'm going to be the teacher, but we'll bring in guest speakers. I'm against the death penalty, but you'll be hearing from all sides of it. It's a comprehensive course. So she's this competent 3 years before she even meets Sarah, or before Sarah even does the murder. 6 years before she meets her, because she doesn't come on until, a year? She's in 2024 when Sarah goes to trial. Patricia Cashman is handling her case at the beginning of that year. So 7 years after this. And she's already so competent. She's already handling cases as or more important than Sarah's. And by importance, I just mean the level of the crime, not that Sarah's super important, just super interesting to cover, I guess.
About the class discussion will be important. Questions from the students will be good. I think that
one other comment for thought, but there was a meeting where Patricia Cashman, Winston Hobson, and Frank Bankowitz all had to make, maybe we'll watch that next. They all had to make a pitch for why they deserved the JAC funds and not just, split, but, we all deserve a full share. We all did the full job of a lawyer with Sarah. She was a unique client. Anyway, I tell you that to say, just picture after that, like if one of them, hey, you want to go have a drink? To be a fly on the wall at that table where Cashman, Bankowitz, and Hobson are like, yeah, well, let me tell you what she did to me. And like comparing war stories, I think that would have been the most interesting table to have a table behind. Like, well, I'll take another coffee, ma'am. Just sitting there listening, lean back.
Can all learn from each other. I can learn from them, and you can learn from me. on this topic. It's very timely given that our U.S. Supreme Court last year decided the case of Hearst. Timothy Lee Hearst is someone...
Well, Amy, at this point, she couldn't speak about Sarah at all, but I'm sure they could speak to the other lawyers, like, you know, just in confidence. Like, it's not... Well, yeah. Wouldn't the confidence be shared among lawyers where they could discuss... She asked me to go on the stand and say, you know, ask her about XYZ. That's what she did to me. I imagine there had to be some off the record yet legally allowable conversation between those three.
He's been on our death row for a number of years. And when the U.S. Supreme Court heard his case, they determined that we cannot sentence people to die if there is not a unanimous verdict in favor of death. The Florida statute that we currently have, still, after being rewritten after Hearst, doesn't require a unanimous verdict. Right now, the legislature is getting ready to meet and pass a new statute that will require a unanimous verdict, so we'll be able to follow the cases while they're in the pipeline and what effect the rulings from our U.S. Supreme Court have had, and what rulings have come from the Florida Supreme Court and what effect they have had. Questions? Comments? Julianne?
Will we be discussing, I know a big series on Netflix right now is Making a Murderer, and that's a huge case.
It is a huge case. We will probably not cover it as part of the syllabus because Mr. Avery was not sentenced to die and neither was Brandon Dassey. But we will discuss a lot of the issues that come up in Making a Murderer. Issues of false confessions and law enforcement coercing a confession out of Brandon Dassey. We will discuss defense attorneys who provided ineffective assistance of counsel, as did Brandon Dassey's attorney. We will discuss contamination of crime scenes and how that affects convictions and how that affects later court processes. So while we won't specifically discuss that case, we will certainly address issues that Making a Murderer brought up and educated the public about.
Okay, thank you.
Question?
Yes. As a prior student of yours, I know when I took evidence with you, you were thinking about organizing this class together. You had mentioned back then that maybe there was going to be a technological element to it.
There will, and we don't have all the details on that yet. As soon as we do, I will post about it, and Dr. Consolo and Dr. Koblaz are going to let the legal studies students know. We're still working out the details.
Okay.
We can tell you that the class is scheduled to be a mixed mode class, so that does mean that a portion of the class will be conducted through web courses.
Any other questions? Dr. Consolo.
You had mentioned the fact that you were planning or hopefully planning on having some guest speakers. Without giving away your surprises, can you just tell us what type of guest speakers, maybe from what careers, those types of things?
I have 2 assistant state attorneys who have tried death cases and gotten death verdicts and death sentences imposed, scheduled to come. I have a homicide detective who has investigated cases and was actually the investigator on the Jennifer Kersey case, which has still not been solved, who investigates cases where the state is going to seek the death penalty and works with the families. I have a victim advocate who worked at the state attorney's office and was the victim advocate on death penalty cases. The current head of regional conflict counsel who takes cases where there are conflicts for the public defender's office has agreed to come and speak. I have 2 of our local circuit judges, one of whom tried death penalty cases when he was a lawyer and is now on the bench, is coming to speak. Another judge who was a civil lawyer who has sentenced someone to die and can talk about what it was like having to preside over her first death penalty case. If students have suggestions of other individuals they want to hear from, I have a lot of contacts in the community. I've done this work for a very long time, and I am more than willing to bring in other individuals. I have been in touch with the ACLU representative on the death penalty, who is a friend of mine who now lives in Australia, and I've spoken with Dr. Consolo about doing a Skype interview with her so you can get a little bit of the international perspective on it. I am going to reach out to some people I know at the BBC that I have done interviews for, so we can talk about and compare and contrast what Great Britain does versus what the United States does. There are always options available to bring in additional people depending what topics come up as the students and I go through the semester. Hand in the back.
I know it's a pretty new case, but will we be discussing the current murder cases that they're seeking the death penalty on, the Markeith Lloyd?
Such as Markeith Lloyd. Markeith went for his arraignment today, or actually
Markeith Lloyd is still just recently, I think, through the system. Markeith Lloyd he murdered his girlfriend after being already on the run. Like they like violated a restraining order or something. They knew that she was in danger. Holed up, killed her, then went on the run. I think killed a police officer too. Whatever he did had the police so upset that I think they thoroughly beat him in the arrest, and that was my first experience with Markeith Lloyd. I think it was a JCS inspired video, but the interrogation where he's fucked up. He's in an interrogation room, barely able to breathe, and there's moral and ethical issues about the case on a number of levels. He's not a good guy. He's not a sympathetic victim, but he's a criminal, but also a victim. And anyway, interesting that they're bringing up the Markeith Lloyd case back in 2017.
Didn't show up, but the court appointed him a lawyer. That's a very good issue to discuss, because there's legal issues about, was there a death penalty in effect that was constitutional at the time he committed his crimes? Do we go by that date? Do we go by the date that he goes to trial and conviction? Is it an appropriate case? Do we look at the victims? And in that case, we lost a law enforcement officer. What effect does that have on whether a state attorney's office makes the determination to seek death or not seek death? Yes. We will talk about current cases and what the legal issues are as they go through the system. Yes.
I don't know if you answered this already or not, but is it confirmed yet what time during the week it would be meeting?
It's going to be on Thursday nights from 6 to 9:50. Thank you for listening. If you have follow-up questions or other things that you want to discuss, I'm available by email or by phone. Dr. Consolo knows how to get a hold of me, as does Ms. Sweeney and Ms. Connolly. Thank you.
Anyone who wants to watch that video, we did watch it in full. You can watch it again at UCF Legal Studies. It is a channel with 344 subscribers at this point. And that video has 353 views. So there was Patricia Cashman. We are going to switch over. Now, this is the hearing that Judge Kraynick had to step down to allow another judge to hear these lawyers discuss why they deserve money for working for Sarah. Not only some money, but a full share of money each. Skipping 5 seconds at a time. This video is 40 minutes long, minus what I've already skipped. 35 minutes long. Well, that looks like Auntie Bev from the Karen Rooftop.
It'll take me a moment to get everything cranked up.
And to get the microphone cranked down.
He's been adjusting things.
The voice just woke up the cat and dog. Was that the new judge's voice with her microphone? Patricia Cashman does have kind of wake up, it's time to start the day voice. But we'll give you a second. Something that's not plugged in right. Got a video plugged into the audio.
Sorry, I've got to log out of WebEx and log into a different account.
Got to log out of WebEx and into a different account, okay? While you're doing that, I'll do up a little bit of a scroll so people who are watching know what we're watching. Going to the text. Scroll. Anyone have a favorite color that they want to see the scroll as? Don't sigh. If you sigh, then Sarah's going to interpret that as you don't care about her case or the JEC's money. Purple. That sounds good.
Okay. Finally in the right room.
Me too. Yeah, that woke me up.
Thanks for waiting. I'll let the host know that you're here.
Yeah, that's way too fast. Slow down.
Hi, everyone. Hold on.
Hey, Suma.
I am muted.
You're not muted. I think you're a little extra there, Judge. Welcome to the late night, early morning Friday ramble.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
They cannot. Can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor. Is an echo?
All right, let me figure out what's going on.
What's going on?
It's already muted.
You've heard of 4 non-blondes. This is 1 real blonde. Oh, we've got Suma. That's 2 blondes. What's going on? Hey, hey.
Now it's on. Now it's on.
Now it's on. I'm not fast forwarding.
Judge, if I may, there's a big echo from your part here.
I'm aware of the echo.
Hearing the same effect over here.
Yeah, maybe if you zoom out, that'll fix it. I think it was because you were zoomed too much in. This is a nice courtroom. We didn't get to see any of this. Little drop chandelier. That wouldn't have shined off of Mr. Henderson's head the way all of those pot lights on the roof did in 12F or 19C.
Testing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, Your Honor. That's much better.
Yeah, get on. All right.
Yes.
Okay, they're a bit loud. I'm taking...
Figured out the problem. Okay, we are here first on 2019 CF 7626, State of Florida versus Shamik Anderson. If I could have JAC identify himself for the record, please.
We don't have time.
Yes, Your Honor. Christian Lake, Assistant General Counsel of the JAC.
Christian Lake, but we're not going to watch that case. I don't think we're watching this case.
Thank you. And who is here on behalf or seeking attorney's fees on that case?
That's me, Attorney George Gibo, for the record.
All right. And can Mr. Lake, can you hear him?
He's very faint, Your Honor.
All right. If you could just talk into the microphone, that would be helpful.
Certainly.
Feel free to stay seated if
Thank
you'd
you,
like.
ma'am.
We are here on your motion for attorney's fees.
Okay, we'll skip ahead a little bit because we're not interested in that case.
Hearings that $75 an hour is absolutely.
And I'm not even talking about the amount that they get paid, but it just seems odd to me that if a case is null pros and then it is refiled, it's essentially a different case, especially when another.
Okay, you got my attention. I don't know. I didn't expect there to be this kind of vociferous argument, but see what they're talking about. We'll go back 1 minute.
And so I was kind of noticed for the hearing in case you needed to hear about that. But just from the perspective of, I'm no longer on the conflict list. I don't take conflict cases anymore. But I guess I wanted to make this point in case Your Honor ever has a chance to talk for the billing committee or the appropriations committee for.
I'll look into Judge Nathan. That sounds interesting. One of my favorite judges. I haven't seen anything worth sharing for him. At the same time, I just kind of like the way he runs the courtroom. Judge Fleischer. He works out of Texas, doesn't wear a robe. Really gets into communicating with the people before him and almost making them recognize, you're pretty lucky to be brought into my courtroom. Don't come back.
Funding for these attorneys that do conflict work. That is one of the most absurd things that I have ever seen in the JAC budget.
What are you so upset about?
When I get back to the office.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Maybe excuse, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
And you.
And Judge, just before we conclude this matter, I was the appointed attorney on behalf of Mr. Anderson prior to Mr. Gibo when his case was null pros, approximately 3 weeks before it was then refiled and then Mr. Gibo was appointed.
Gibo, like Gibo Cosmetics?
Rhiannon Arnold Rogers on behalf of the record. previously appointed Mr. Anderson. I think at some point the JAC also objected because of the flat
Jillian.
fee that they had originally paid me when I billed. And so I was kind of noticed for the hearing in case you needed to hear about that. But just from the perspective of, I'm no longer on the conflict list. I don't take conflict cases anymore. But I guess wanted to make this point in case Your Honor ever has a chance to talk for the billing committee or the appropriations committee for funding for these attorneys that do conflict work. That is one of the most absurd things that I have ever seen in the JAC budgeting.
I have said many times in these hearings that $75 an hour is absolutely.
And I'm not even talking about the amount that they get paid, but it just seems odd to me that if a case is null pros and then it is refiled, it's essentially a different case, especially when another attorney is assigned to it.
Yeah, Detective Quall is asking, they want double the amount of money, is that right? Because there's 3 of them, and that's the issue. From what I remember, it's that they were being offered a split of the $15,000 that's supposed to be assigned per defendant. So they were going to get $5,000 each, and each of them was kind of like, you know what, I did more than I do for, when I take a defendant from beginning, middle to end. So to offer me a third for a client that I worked twice as hard for, or 3 times as hard, I'm going to need the full amount, is basically what they're arguing. And I think they make a good case.
Like the $5,000 that they paid me should not be taken from another attorney that now has to start the case all over again based upon the state's decision. That's just,
and the best part about this one is the fact that this hearing is this is the sand that got into the oyster that gave us the pearl, which is Sarah asking for her share of JAC money because she finds out that there's this hearing where people are asking for full shares. And it's like, I was my own best advocate for 12 and a half days. I want 15,000.
the JAC's hands are tied because of how they're funded, but it just, when I got that notice and saw that argument, I'd never seen that before. And so I just was like, what in the world?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Next up is 2020 CF 2603, State of Florida versus Sarah Boone.
Here we go.
Mr. Lake, you're here on behalf of JAC.
I am, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Cashman, you're here on, as one of the attorneys on the case.
I am, Your Honor. I'm assuming that, like the last attorney, I will be permitted to stay seated because of the microphone issue.
Thank you. Although I do recognize you're probably like me, it's hard to argue while you're seated.
It's a very unnatural feel.
Who else is here on Ms. Boone's case?
Frank Bankowitz on behalf of Mr. Boone. Judge, I believe I said in my notes that attorney number 7, but I think I was actually attorney number 6 on the case. I've had the case the longest of the 3 of us that are appearing before the court now.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Hobson, you were court appointed to Ms. Boone at some point during her saga as well?
Her saga.
Yes, Your Honor. After Mr. Bankowitz withdrew, I was appointed.
All right. So we have all 3 of your bills, and I know JAC had indicated they had no objection to Ms. Cashman's bill, but I did not get a similar statement with regard to Mr. Bankowitz or Mr. Hobson, so I thought I needed to have a hearing with all 3 of you present. I am... Mr. Lake?
I was going to say, Your Honor, there is an objection here because essentially what we're at this point is this is compensation in excess of the flat fee because there's 3 attorneys involved. So there's no line item objections per se because these are all flat fee bills, but we're basically objecting on the basis that the total compensation here is going to exceed the flat fee to some extent.
Right. And I will tell you that I am very familiar with Ms. Boone's case because she has gone through many attorneys and has, according to Judge Kraynick's order, sabotaged those relationships. And
According to Judge Kraynick's order, has sabotaged those relationships. This has got to be the talk of the judicial circuit. Like, you see this case that's going through that Kraynick's handling? Ooh.
And
I'm just picturing the break room behind Tanika, just full of judges like her discussing this case.
Attorneys needed to withdraw and new attorneys were appointed. And I do recognize that a lot of work was done for Ms. Boone. So we will start with Mr. Bankowitz, then move to Mr. Hobson, and then to Ms. Cashman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Basically, I had the case for a little over a year. I had 175 hours in the case, including actually 45 hours at the jail with the defendant. When I received the case, I got a box of crazy information, I'll put it that way. And it was an entire file box, and it took weeks to go through it, categorize it, and kind of figure out what was going on in the case at that point in time. She originally had a privately retained attorney, and I basically received his case and his file because all of the other court-appointed attorneys before me, I believe, had waived any attorney's fees, and because they did basically nothing on the case. The three of us did a lot of work in the case. As I said, I put in 175 hours, and even at the $75 an hour compensation, we're looking at $14,000. Spent a lot of time with Ms. Boone and a lot of time on the case. So I'm requesting a flat fee in this case.
All right, thank you. Mr. Hobson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, everyone. Your Honor, I got the case from Mr. Bankowitz, and I got the same information. The information Mr. Bankowitz just recited that he had and reviewed, and in addition, of course, his information on top of all of that. I spent some time with the defendant at the jail. I spent a tremendous amount of time with the investigator reviewing the case, talking about discovery, experts, and so forth. I spent a tremendous amount of time with a proposed expert, Dr. Linda DeRay. That it turns out the defendant didn't like her. Thought she'd be great. We talked for dozens of hours, almost daily, extensive periods of time, coming up with
So he spends dozens of hours with a witness. Think of how, James Owens, how ham-fisted he was with his expert witnesses because he didn't have any time to look up anything that they'd done. He's asking Michael Brannon the same questions that Brannon was asked in the last trial he was in, even though that had nothing to do with Sarah. It's just a woman who got off on her charges. So, okay, I'll ask those same questions. And all that did was open up the door for Mr. J to basically use him to explain how George could be a battered spouse. But yeah, so Sarah says, you know what? I don't like her. And you've got Mr. Hobson here spending, $75 an hour public defender rates, thousands of dollars of time working on a defense for her. That's crazy.
Or theories of defense.
Ham-fisted. I'll say it in context. I don't really picture trying to do something while holding, a bunch of slices of ham. Like how it's sloppy, right? You're clumsy. I think that's what ham-fisted means. Think of like if instead of having fists, you just had two solid hunks of cooked ham. How sloppy you'd be at trying to get something done. That's what being ham-fisted to me. That's
in fact, you combine the information
frugal?
From the expert divorce attorney that was
ham-fisted is frugal? I thought it meant clumsy. I thought it meant like clumsy and clunky and sloppy. Frugal.
Involved and took the case right up to the edge for trial, and then had to back out. So I had that information. Those boxes are box of information Mr. Bankowitz talked about. I had those. I had to go through those. I gave all that material to Ms. Cashman, plus my information on top of that. Spent a lot of time interviewing people about how they'd respond if they were jurors. So I was looking at the case from all angles. I had the case from...
Ham-fisted is an adjective that means clumsy, awkward, or lacking skill, either when using your hands or dealing with people. It can refer to physical clumsiness or social clumsiness. There are regional differences. The term is mainly used in British English, while American English usually prefers ham-handed. Ham-handed is ham-handed attempts. Does that sound better to any Americans out there? James Owens was rather ham-handed with the witness. Ham-handed.
I believe September 23 until May 24. I would say conservatively, any lawyer that had this case can tell you easily they spend at least an hour to 2 hours on this case every single day. Given the information coming in from Ms. Boone, the matter she wanted dealt with, her theory on the law versus our theory, and it was a constant battle going back and forth. And you had to deal with the gaslighting. I told Judge Kraynick at the time that I withdrew that it just was too much. This case required at least 2 lawyers. I told that to Judge Kraynick, plus possibly an assistant. I see now the case has 3 lawyers, plus experts that we worked at getting, plus investigators. So everything they're doing now, we attempted to do. We made every effort to do all those things. Ms. Boone now has custody of files belonging to myself, Ms. Cashman, and Mr. Bankowitz. We did just put in a tremendous amount of work. It taxed every fiber in your body and the bodies of the assistants or any person that worked with you on this matter. And I think flat fee for each of the attorney would be exceedingly reasonable, Judge. And I heard the judge comments regarding $75 an hour. I won't even speak to that. It would be totally redundant given the expert knowledge of all the attorneys and Your Honor involved in this case and any other case we come to the court on regarding fees. But this was a extremely difficult case, Judge. Most of the difficulty revolved around just handling the defendant and coordinating the defendant's thoughts on how things should go with what our experts were telling us and our investigators were telling us. So I believe the flat fee for each attorney would be anything less than the flat fee would be totally confiscatory, Judge. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Cashman.
Your Honor, I'm asking for the $15,000 flat fee, and I'm also asking to be reimbursed for the $1,800 that I paid to an expert, and JAC has a copy of my check front and back on this case. One of the issues that always has to be addressed when there are multiple attorneys, and I was the 8th attorney and the 4th private court-appointed attorney, is making a case that is old by purposes, for reasons of being on the docket for a long time, a priority, and putting aside other work. One of the unusual things about Ms. Boone's case was when I did withdraw for ethical reasons, the court found that she had forfeited her right to an attorney. She is charged by information with second-degree murder. There was an unusual amount of media attention on this case. The facts are she's accused of putting her boyfriend in a suitcase. He later dies. There is a video of this that went viral. because the video went viral, because of coverage by Court TV, News Nation, Fox, the local channels, the Sentinel, and websites such as Know Your Lawyer, Legal Bites, and Bruce Rivers, you had to review not just the banker boxes of
Know your lawyer. That's one of my earliest memories of this case is lawyer, being mildly upset that he got mentioned in court during the Sarah Boone case and they got his channel wrong. They said, know your lawyer. I'm the lawyer
local channels, the Sentinel, coverage by Court TV, News Nation, Fox, the local channels, the Sentinel, and websites such as Know Your Lawyer, Legal Bites, and Bruce Rivers, and websites such as Know Your Lawyer, Legal Bites, and Bruce Rivers.
Legal Bites is great, by the way. I think they're an offshoot of Legal Eagle. Both are good, but Legal Bites, some really good coverage on the Logan Paul case, on some of the stuff that CoffeeZilla's doing. And yeah, the Bricks and Minifigures saga as well. She's really intelligent, breaks down things quite well. So check out Legal Bites for sure. Everybody knows Criminal Lawyer Reacts. And of course, Know Your Lawyer. Go to Know Your Lawyer for the best Know Your Lawyer legal knowledge of criminal defenses.
You had to review not just the banker boxes of discovery and work done by the previous attorneys, but stay up to date with what potential jurors were viewing if they were watching it on the internet. There was a lot of correspondence between the defendant and the court. Obviously, I had to review all that. The most recent piece of correspondence when I was Ms. Boone's counsel was the 58-page letter that she wrote. And again, all these letters are published, they're analyzed. I, like previous counsel, spent an inordinate amount of time with Ms. Boone. I spent over 20 hours during my period of time that I was representing her. I believe that for multiple reasons, the court can find that this case was extraordinary and unusual and that it would be confiscatory to not pay me the flat fee. And having provided the requested proof based on the procedure for reimbursable costs, it's my understanding that Mr. Lake is not objecting to me being reimbursed for the $1,800 that I spent to retain an expert who did not have a contract with JAC.
Thank you. Mr. Lake.
Yes, Your Honor, just briefly. As far as the issue of the $1,800, JAC has no objection to that reimbursement. That's more of a technicality. The court did approve the expert. This is just the attorney getting reimbursed for expense that we have no objection to. So that's a non-issue. We just need that in the order. As far as the fees are concerned, the issue here is that other than Ms. Cashman, who submitted an hourly statement of 118 hours, none of the other attorneys actually submitted hourly statements, so we are kind of constrained by the statute. The problem is the statute only allows up to 200% of the flat fee in the absence of hourly statements. In other words, the way that the statute is worded very unusually, but essentially what it says is the court can award up to 200% of the flat fee without, and then it can only go above that if it finds that the case is confiscatory, and then can compensate the attorneys at a rate of $75 an hour. So that's where we get into a little bit of a difficulty here, because double the flat fee here would be $30,000, which is less than each of the attorneys is requesting $15,000 each, would be $45,000. As far as, and at that point, looking at the statute, what we have is for Ms. Cashman, she got 118 hours in. That would represent at a rate of $75 an hour, $8,850. Based on Mr. Bankowitz's statement, he has 175 hours in, which would be $13,125 at that rate. And Mr. Hobson, he just basically said about 200 hours, which would be $15,000. That's the issue, Your Honor, is that, I mean, technically compensation has to be at a rate of $75 an hour for it to go above $30,000. And so beyond that, I mean, ultimately, but we leave it to court discretion to determine reasonable fees for each attorney, and we acknowledge that this. I don't think we can even begin to dispute that this is not an extraordinary unusual case. It's just that what the statute says is how the compensation structure is set up, and we have to argue that the court needs to follow that structure.
Mr. Lake, if one bills hourly, can the others be flat fee under your interpretation of the statute?
Until you get to double the flat fee, yes, that works. But once you go above double the flat fee, then at that point, it really should be compensation, should be $75 an hour. However, we also acknowledge that we have had other cases like this where the court has awarded the full flat fee to each attorney, and we've never taken it up. So, I mean, it's essentially, we have to argue that you can only go to 200% of the flat fee, and at that point, it has to go hourly. But we also acknowledge that realistically, there is no attorney on the other than somebody who might take the case pro bono for other reasons. There's no attorney on the surface of this planet that would take this case for $15,000.
That's interesting, what he said there. There may be a lawyer who'll take this pro bono for other reasons, but no attorney on the surface of the planet that would take this case. This was streamed live on September 24th of 2024, which means James Owens had swooped in. So it was no longer a hypothetical of, whether someone will come in. And that's why he had to make that statement. No attorney would take this. Well, maybe someone would take it pro bono for other reasons, but no sane attorney would take this case for any amount of JAC money.
There is no attorney on the other than somebody who might take the case pro bono for other reasons. There's no attorney on the surface of this planet that would take this case for $15,000.
Your Honor, if I may address.
I don't need to do that, Mr. Hobson. Thank you. Yes. I am going to award the $15,000.
I don't need that, Mr. Hobson. I'm going to award it. Almost like Judge Judy. You don't need to talk when you're already winning, sir.
Fee to Mr. Bankowitz and Ms. Cashman, and a $15,000 hourly fee to Mr. Hobson. Ms. Cashman will be reimbursed her $1,800 in costs. I will issue an order to that if on each of these cases you've sent me orders electronically, and I will e-sign them. I've got it here, and e-file them in just a moment. Mr. Lake, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further with regard to this matter?
No, Your Honor, I would just state.
I think I may have been bitten by a spider while we were here. I have a little raised section of my forearm. Not good. Maybe it's just a mosquito bite. More on that as it develops.
I'm not asking for this cost, but I paid over $400 in photocopy fees costs for material that I sent to Ms. Boone along the way. But I'm not asking for that to be refunded to me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hobson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And we have one last hearing. Let me just enter these orders real quick.
Spider Dan does whatever a spider can. Can he spin from a web? No, he can't. He's a man. Look out. He is a Spider Dan.
All right. The last case on the docket is 2022 CF 11594, State of Florida versus Alfredo Torres Eusebio.
That's interesting. Alfredo Torres just happens to be a Torres that's coming up next in the docket.
Mr. Lake, you're here for JAC?
I am, Your Honor. In this situation, essentially.
No, I let the spiders live. That's why I suspect that I just got bitten. And I'm here in the basement. As you can see, there's, just rafters over top of me, open ceilings. So sometimes they drop down because I sit still for so long on these streams that I haven't been bitten before, though. fuckers. But yeah, they're the reason I don't think I ever have mosquitoes in the house. So one fire ant, that's probably it. Detective Koala, one fire ant.
Only just that.
And Ms. Cashman, you're here on this case.
Yes, I'm requesting the $15,000 flat fee, ma'am.
All right. And Mr. Hobson, are you on this case as well?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. And who
That's the court feed that paused. That said, Law and Crime's not interested in that case either. We'll go to, I have one more video. We're going to go to Judge Kraynick's interview when he was running for judge. This was streamed in 6 years ago, 2018. So 1 year after the Patricia Cashman interview. 2 years before murder and 6 years before he would handle the case. Okay. Copy.
To another edition of Words from Behind.
So this channel is Arwani Law Firm. It's a very small channel, just 48 subscribers, and this video only has 382 views. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because I remember they had some connection difficulties where he was dropping in and out. Here seems to be where they get him back. And I'll do a couple of editing things to make Judge Kraynick bigger and a little bit more of the focus.
Mm-hmm. Rania said that she believes it's because everybody is online right now, and I agree. It's true.
Oh, hold yourself in. I'm okay with that.
Which part were we on?
We were talking about, what did we start?
We were talking about the appointment process, and I said a little bit about your American Idol finales, and you got to the final judgment, which is crazy. Judges were judging you for you to become a judge. I love it.
Well, it wasn't judges. It was other attorneys in the community, and then the next level up in Tallahassee. So it was 8 attorneys and a community leader. The head of the Central Florida Urban League was the community leader when I went through the JNC, and then it was lawyers in Tallahassee, and then ultimately the governor himself, who went to an Ivy League law school, went to Harvard Law and Yale undergrad. So he's a super intelligent guy who, again, asked me very difficult questions about how certain things would work as being a judge, and gave me these really complicated legal hypotheticals before giving me the green light to serve.
Mm. That's amazing. That's amazing. Just talks about your credentials, Judge. So my next question is, since your appointment, what type of cases have you presided over?
I'm currently in the Unified Family Division in Osceola County in the Ninth Circuit, and I handle all matters pertaining to a family. So in the Ninth Judicial Circuit, we have the concept of unified family. What that means is one family, one judge. So every instance pertaining to a particular family is always going to be in front of that particular judge. So right now I have over 2,400 cases of divorce, paternity, and domestic violence.
So I think that's a great policy for family court judges. So rather than having an abusive parent that skates through the system by, doing delay tactics with the judge that's not working with them, and then getting a new judge and suddenly, they're a new person and starting from scratch. I think that's great. And I think that kind of experience may have helped Judge Kraynick with everything he needed to handle Sarah's lies and bullshit and claims of domestic abuse. Having that family law background and having that policy of sticking with a case, if you're still a judge in family law and their case is still active, they're known to Ministry of Childs or Families, whatever. It should keep going in front of the same judge.
Now, before I took the bench, I really didn't know anything about family law. I mean, I'd studied it in law school, but that was a long time ago. And I had to very quickly learn the law in the family law department and in the domestic violence department. Every 3 weeks, I have hearings for domestic violence. Year to date, I've had over 500 domestic violence hearings. And as you can imagine, with COVID and how it's impacted not just us locally, but in every facet, how it's affected us, domestic violence has been on the rise. So there's a lot more hearings and a lot more people and a lot more persons who are seeking protection against domestic violence because of everything that's happening in the world right now. The person's being furloughed, persons being fired, unable to go to work, and the angst is leading to more instances of violence in the home.
You know, when the abuser is home with the victim, with the wife or the girlfriend, or I mean, it's bound to happen because they're home, one of them is not working, or both of them is not working, tensions rise, unfortunately, and it's horrible. But thank you for your service, but thank you for dealing with the domestic violence issues that we're facing nowadays. So Judge Kraynick, a lot of people who end up going in front of a judge, they're anxious, they have anxiety, So describe to us Judge Kraynick's courtroom spirit. What is the spirit in your courtroom like?
I think, well, a lot of the people that come before me don't have the financial ability to afford an attorney. So they're representing themselves. And that can be really scary when you're coming into a courtroom and you don't, the way it's set up, the judge sits way up here and you're down here. It can be intimidating. And I want to be able to have a serious environment, but also environment of invitation and warmth, where you have the opportunity to tell your story. So if you're coming before me and you're a victim of domestic violence, I want you to be able to tell your story without any fear of prejudgment, without any fear that you're not going to be listened to. I mean, just a couple of months ago before COVID hit, I used to have 50 people in my courtroom for Domestic Violence Day. And there'd be on one side of the courtroom, everybody seeking protection, and the other side of the courtroom, everybody against whom protection was sought. And they're not allowed to look at each other. They're not allowed to talk to each other. I usually have one of my deputies standing in the middle to make sure they're not talking to each other. And then persons who have been abused have to come up and tell their story in front of everybody in the courtroom. So everybody who's waiting, me, my court staff, my deputies, and you want that environment to be seriousness, and it's not a joke time, but also warm and inviting, so that whoever has been abused, regardless of the abuse, if it was sexual in nature or physical in nature, or maybe it could be stalking and it's just mental harassment causing someone substantial emotional distress, to have that environment where it's free and it's open and they have the opportunity to tell me their story completely without fear of being cut off, without fear of prejudgment, without fear of whatever background that is, whatever their race, creed, origin, anything, that they're going to be able to come to me and tell me their story. And at the end of the day, feel like they've gotten a fair opportunity to tell me that story.
Perfect. I bet that's what all victims of domestic violence look for, being able to appear before a judge where they can
the
tell
audio
their
improves a
story
little
and
bit
see
on
that
the
they are
next
being heard.
rebump, but
Don't you agree with me, Bakay?
Judge
That's
Kraynick's
what I
fine
think,
every
not
time
just
he
domestic
answers.
violence
So
victim, any litigant. Attorneys, we want to appear before you, judge, and be able to tell the stories of our clients. And I mean, that's what we look for, and that's just amazing. And thank you for doing that.
One of the things I like to do is when we had it back before COVID, and even now, when I have my domestic violence hearings, I explain to everybody what the ground rules are. And look, everybody's going to have an opportunity to tell me everything they'll want to tell me. Just don't interrupt each other. Promise you're going to have an opportunity to tell me everything that you want to tell me. And just kind of, relieve the parties. I mean, my domestic violence hearings right now are exactly how we're doing this. I mean, Ms. Arwani's in one room, and Bakay, you're in the other room, and we all kind of talk to each other through this medium. And that's how it works. So that's how we've been doing things, and that's probably how they're going to continue for the indefinite future. But you still want to have that environment, even if we're appearing through a computer screen to talk to each other, that there's that openness that comes with it, that you can tell your story freely.
Right. Yes, and that brings me to the next question about COVID. So Judge Kraynick, how has the court responded to the coronavirus
Skip the
problem?
COVID questions. We'll move forward a bit. Maybe we'll go about here. Are you excited to get back in the courthouse? Yeah, he looks happy.
Seriously. So I guess when it comes to, do you prefer in-person or virtual? You're an in-person, touch, feel, see, connect with kind of person.
I think you have to be, because so much of what you're doing is perceiving. So much of what you're doing is trying to look at the person and figuring out their truthfulness and their credibility. And a lot of the stuff's on paper and you know, black and white. What's in writing is true, but the real struggle, the real issue for a judge is to judge and to rule.
Right.
And in order to do that, you have to have that ability to perceive and understand and determine truth versus lie